begging. So I've started the recording now. So Calendly is actually a tool you use to book meetings, events, and a lot of other things. You understand? Now, I used today just 2 hours before this class to learn everything I'm going to teach you, just like I said. I believe in learning things at my own pace. And one thing about me is that I learn more when I teach. You understand? It might not be the same for you. You understand? I learn more when I teach. As I'm doing this thing now, if I did not teach it just like I learned it today, tomorrow I might forget some part of what I learned. But the moment I show it to you, I teach it in this class, it gets stuck in my brain. You understand? I don't forget about it again. So now, there are ways you can test. Like me, I first started with ChatGPT, telling it that I have a class today I want to teach on Calendly, that I need it to give me a task that I will use every key features of Calendly. And at the end of the day, when he brought out the task, at the end of the day, I ended up not even using it. I started with it, but I stopped halfway. I didn't use it again because I started seeing other videos that were helpful and all that. So why am I saying this? Most of these tools you can actually go out there, and before you say Jack Robinson, you've learnt them on your own. There are videos out there. Now let me give you an example. Yesterday when Mr. Clem called me, the reason why we didn't hold class yesterday was I was supposed to have it's not really an interview. A company contacted me on LinkedIn. So they were supposed to expose their product to me. It has to do with Airbnb. And it's something I was really interested in. So at the end of the day, there are some things they asked me to do that I was not able to do. So I didn't know that the meeting, if I didn't do all those things, that I didn't schedule a meeting. So when at their meeting, Zoom meeting, they wait, nobody answered me. I had to type them an email, send an email to them, and they replied that I skipped, that they said I should watch a video first and then send them, because they are in South America, they can't contact me, so that I should send them a WhatsApp message so that they can have my WhatsApp number and then call me to confirm the booking. I didn't know, because their emails we are getting plenty and no bother. So another thing, all this mentality of black man no they read. You need to start reading, because you don't know the day that job, this thing you are looking for will come into your email. You will just call it one of those things and you just skip it. Just like I did yesterday. Imagine it was a job interview yesterday. What it means is that I have missed it. You understand? So please, like, now I went to watch that video they sent me, and it happened that the tool, if I had even attended that training, the least package I need to pay for is $7,000. That's the least package. Now I went on my own and started researching everything they said they had. And I happened to be getting them free from other places. All the things they said they had, I will come and ask, what about this one? Can I get a free? I got all of them, free samples of all of them. So I can now go back on my own and learn them on my own. So if you have a way of, I will always say, one day I will add ChatGPT to my name, maybe Blaze GPT. If you always know how to manipulate and maneuver ChatGPT, there's basically nothing that will be a problem to you. So let's get to Calendly. Now, if you open the Calendly website, calendly.com, I'm going to copy it and paste on the chat box. So in case anybody is interested, calendly.com. Yeah, Mr. Clems. ChatGPT na my wife. So now, once you go to calendly.com, the reason why I don't really show people how to sign up again is that Gmail and Google has now made it easier for most of these apps. If you want to sign up, you can just easily use your Gmail and sign up. Now, the very beautiful thing about Calendly is that once you sign up with Gmail, it integrates your calendar into Calendly. You understand? So you'll be seeing your calendar. I just noticed it today in your Calendly. So which means anything, appointment or whatever you are setting here is going to be appearing on your Google Calendar as well, so that it can be giving you, what do you call it? It can be giving you alerts. So we are going to be looking at the buttons here first before we now go in depth on what each of them do. So here we have create. Most apps we've learned, almost major apps we've learned, we always have this plus sign or the create button. So what this means is that if you click on this place now, you either want to create an event, or you want to create a one-off meeting, or you want to create a meeting poll. Now, event type means different types of event. Maybe you want to create a 30 minutes meeting, you want to create a recurrence meeting, you want to create a depends. So let's click on it and see what it brings out. So you can create a one-on-one meeting, which is you and one person. Then you can create a group meeting, which is one presenter and a group of invitees, just like Ekwi teaches us, and she's the presenter and we are the invitees, we are the guests. Then you can also create collective meeting. Collective meeting is going to have like multiple presenters and one invitee. So it's going to be more than one host with one invitee. Then we also have round robin. Round robin means a meeting where we have one person who is the person who one person is going to be the invitee, person listening to the meeting, and then between we will have maybe 3, 4, or 5 people who are the hosts, and the host will be rotating between them. So this person wants to speak, he will become the host. After speaking, the next person wants to speak, he becomes the host, and he can talk and share screen and all that. And then round robin, like I said, is just one person or maybe a people job, but the difference is that they are listening to multiple hosts, interchanging the host between themselves. So at every point in time, there is only one host in this meeting. If I want to speak, I become the host. If Mr. Clems wants to speak, he becomes the host. Now we have a group of people, one person that is listening to me and Mr. Clems, and probably maybe Mrs. Okibo wants to speak, she can become the host as well. So these are the. Then we have one-off meeting. One-off meeting is designed to create a meeting that holds only once. So the person picks a time, and that's the only time. Once the meeting is finished, that particular meeting has ended. It's deleted from the system, or you can't rebook a meeting unless you put another one-off meeting. And then we have a meeting poll. Meeting poll is where you have a group of people, but they're having problem deciding the exact time a meeting should be. Let's assume that this meeting this evening now, 8 o'clock, we had a problem in the group. Some people are saying they will be free by 9. Some people are saying they will be busy by 8. Some are saying they prefer 7. I can create a meeting poll here and send to the group. Everybody is going to vote on the particular time that we want the meeting to hold. So what happens is the majority carries the vote. You understand? At the end of the day, you check, okay, these people said these people said this, and you check the one that has the highest number, and then that's it. And then we have over here, we have another button, event types. This is where you have all your created meetings, all your events that you have created. And then we have scheduled events. Now, scheduled events means when after creating, just like I created this event now, you cannot get anything under scheduled events unless someone uses this to book a meeting with me. So the moment the person books a meeting with this form, it's going to come under scheduled events here. So it says no event yet because nobody has booked any event yet. Then we have availability. Now for every company, let's assume, like I always use, our company name is June July class 2024. And I add 1 or 2 persons. I can also invite people into my Calendly here to be admins with me. You understand? Now, for us to be able to create a meeting, we need to, let's assume our company is open Monday to Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. Availability is where you set the available time, all your available time. So over here, you see it's Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock to 17 o'clock. So you can only book a meeting if you are setting a meeting, it can only be within this time on Monday. It can also be within this time on Tuesday. Now, let's assume that on Monday, you guys close early, maybe by 12 noon. You can put 12 here, which means someone can only book meeting from 9 o'clock. So whatever you set here is the only time that people can book meeting. Now, there are also some customs that you can set in this place. You understand? You can, when I am setting up an event, when I get to creating events, I will show you that. But then we have date specific hours. Now, on this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's already set. But let's assume that you, as a person, that you have your own, how will I put it? You have your own, what do they call leave? Your leave is coming up next week. And you know, next week, Monday to Friday is already part of the booking. But you want to remove your week, your leave is for 2 weeks. You want to remove your leave, you can click on this date specific hours and the particular day you want to remove. Let's assume my leave is for the whole of next week. You can click on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then what you do is you delete this. Once I click on this remove interval, these dates will disappear. You cannot book any meeting on these days. So that's the time, date specific hours. Now, another thing you can use these date specific hours to do is to add an additional date. Let's say that this Monday to Friday, there is a particular Saturday you want to be available for people, apart from Monday to Saturday, Monday to Friday. If you come here and add Saturday, it means you have added every single Saturday of the month. But that's not what you want. You want to add a specific Saturday. You can click on this, go to the Saturday you want to add, and click on it, and then put in the time. Let's say you start that Saturday is by 12 o'clock 12 o'clock to maybe 3 o'clock, 3 hours. That's 15 o'clock. So that's what you want. You can click it, and then once you click apply, that Saturday, this particular Saturday, 10th of August, becomes available for booking. So that's the date specific hours. You can use your hand to set specific days that you want to be off, or specific days that you want to be extra available for people to book a date. Now we have contacts, where your contacts can be imported. Now, if people feel maybe someone has filled a meeting invite with you, one of your meeting forms, the contact automatically adds here. I've not tried, but I believe that's what it should be. So he said you don't have any contact. People that you meet will automatically be saved. Okay, people that you meet, which means after the meeting, I think that's when the contact will save here. And you can also create a new contact on your own by clicking here, or by clicking on add new contact. Then we have this, which is workflow. Now, what workflow does is that it enables you to set automations in Calendly. Automate all the work you do around events, such as text message when events are booked. Now, you can use this to send reminder. Let's say you want immediately someone books a meeting with you, the person will get an email. 2 days after, just like those people I told you that I booked a meeting with, they were bombarding me with emails. In fact, yesterday I went to type the name of the man and I saw like 8 emails that I've not read. So that's because of this workflow. So 2 days after this, you want to send this particular, you can automate everything here. Email reminder to invitee, email reminder to hosts. Now, this is you are sending, this one sends an email, a constant email, the way you programmed it, to the invitee, which is the person who has booked the meeting. And this one can be used to send a reminder to you or whoever is the host. Let's assume I have a team member here, which is not me. I can use this to automate the message to go to the team member. Please, let's mute, please. Let's mute so that will not disturb the recording. You can also use this to automate a thank you email. Immediately the person finished filling the form, the person will get an email saying, thank you for filling the form. This is what we want you to do this, do that, So there are a lot of automations that are here. You can even click on show more and you will see many of them. Now, integrations, like we all know, is you want to add other apps. You want to bring in other apps into Calendly. First of all, you can put in Calendly, what do you call this stuff here? You can put in extensions, Calendly extensions, where you can just click on it and view all the meetings that you have coming up, which is install Chrome extension here. You can integrate other apps like Calendly for Chrome, Calendly for Edge. There are a lot of other things that you can integrate, iPhone, Gmail for workflow. So all these are where you can bring in other apps. You can even integrate LinkedIn into your Calendly. Access and share your LinkedIn availability on LinkedIn. That means you want to share your availability, the times that people can book with you on your LinkedIn page, even MailChimp. So there are a lot of apps that you can integrate into Calendly. And then we have routing. Routing is something sweet that we are still going to talk about it today. We're still going to talk about routing when we now start creating an event. We'll talk about that. Now, what does routing do? We are going to be creating the task I want us to do on Calendly today. I want to use it and give you an example of what routing does. Now, what came to my mind when I was doing this was let's assume that Equi wants to create a form. That Equi is offering 3 courses. Let's assume these her courses are broken down in 3 different individual courses, not everything together. Let's say she's offering what do you call it? Project management. She's offering cloud computing, and she's offering data analysis. Now she has 3 options. She can decide to create individual forms with their individual links and send it out to people individually. You chat her up. I want to do project management. She will go and look for project management link and send to you. Another person will come. I want to do cloud computing. She will go and look for cloud computing link and send to the person. Or the second option, she can create one form that every single person that comes to her will fill. Under that form, she's going to include the 3 courses she offers. So you are going to use routing now to set it in such a way that if I come to that form, fill my name, fill my phone number, and I say that I want cloud computing, it will, once I click on submit form, it will automatically reload another form, which is cloud computing registration form. And I am going to go there and fill this cloud computing form. And cloud computing it will show you their own time. Let's assume cloud computing is normal Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday by 9 a.m. And project management is Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday by 12 p.m. And then the other course is, let's say, Monday and Tuesday by 7 p.m. All those times are going to appear in the individual form on their own, so you know what you are up against. You understand? Now, this one upgrade plan is for upgrading your plan. Then analytics shows you everything you've done, the people that you've met with. Let me see. It says created events, all the events you have created, completed events, all the events that have been completed, meetings that maybe you created an event, maybe there is a tutorial coming up on Saturday. You create the event, and after people register, and today is now Sunday, which means Saturday has passed. So this will change to 1, which means you have an event that passed yesterday. So all your past events are going to appear here. We also have rescheduled events. People who might not be able to meet with the initial time they booked, but they had to reschedule. Like that yesterday, they sent me an email asking me that if I want to reschedule the meeting, if I don't have time, I can reschedule my meeting by clicking on this link. And then we have canceled event. People that know they won't meet up at all, they want to cancel their event. Once they cancel the event, it appears here. So this is just analytics of everything going on in your account. And then we have, which one is this? Admin center, where you can do your settings and everything. Let me see. Okay, this is a dashboard. The admin center is actually a dashboard where you can add your team members, you can create see your created events and all. It's also almost like the analytics that I just showed you now. Then we have help. That's the FAQs. That should be under help. Now, once you are in your Calendly, the first thing you should do is if your time zone is not automatically set, you might want to set that on your own. You understand? By clicking on this, under this your name here, where you have your initial here, you can go to setting. Where is it? All settings. When you go to all settings, let me see. When you go to all settings, you can select. Where is that thing? Okay. Yeah, you can select your time zone. I have already set mine this afternoon because I think it puts mine automatically on US time. So I had to set it to West African time. You can set it to your own time. Now, the reason why I love Calendly is this. If I set an event, I am setting the time of the event in my own West African time. You that you are in US, I send the link to you. When it comes to you, it automatically converts to US time. So let's assume US is 5 hours behind us. If I set a meeting for 9 a.m. Nigeria time, it means that when you get that link and open it to book a meeting, you will be seeing that that meeting is by 9 minus 5. That gives you 4 a.m. your time. So if I give you a time frame of 9 to 12, between these 9 to 12, you can book a meeting. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock is your 4 a.m. So if you are not ready to wake up that early, then you might look for a time that is in maybe around 8 a.m. Your own time. So let's see, 12 o'clock in Nigeria is about 7 a.m. in the US. You understand? So if 7 a.m. is okay by you, fine. If it is not okay by you, you can look for another day in the days I provided that will match the particular time you know you can be able to make up have that meeting. So if it's by 2 o'clock, you see any time available and I have 2 o'clock, you know that 2 o'clock is 8 o'clock in US time. So you can choose 2 o'clock. Okay, so 2 o'clock is 9 o'clock, not 8 o'clock. You can choose 2 o'clock or you can choose 1 o'clock. It is left for you, you understand? But if you know you can wake up early, that's fine. So under that settings, you can change every other thing. Now we are going to start creating an event. Like I told you earlier, we are going to be creating a sample form. We are assuming that we are creating a form for a quiz class. You understand? So that anybody who wants to register for the class can register one single form, and it will route them to the particular form that will take them to the course they are registering for. So we are going to do that. Now we are going to click on create new event and then event type. It's either you go through there or you come to this event types here and click on it. It will open event types for you. Once it opens, you can now click on new event type. Now, a quiz class. Which do you think is more appropriate for her class? Let me engage you guys. Now, we have one-on-one, we have group, we have collective, we have round robin. Can I get an answer maybe in the chat box? Let me see. Which one do you think is more preferable?
Collective. One vote. Collective.
Sorry?
Group. One vote. Group of you. Group. Because it's just me and every other student. Collective.
Okay, it's okay. Let's meet ourselves again. Now, those of us who said collective, the reason why you are not right is that collective has only one invitee, so which means there's only one person who is attending that meeting. But a quiz meeting has one host and group of invitees. So that is why it is a group meeting, because Ekwi is the host and we all forget that she ends up making some people co-hosts. But at the end of the day, the major host of that meeting, she's the one who is talking. We are just like giving her feedback to know that we are still hearing her. So we are going to be creating a group event. And before that, can I get like 4 emails in the chat box? Let me add people to this. I want to add people to my space so that we can work, because there are ways you can. Shulamite, don't go rush. Come make mistake. There are ways you can actually assign, like my own availability. Let's assume I have team members. I and 3 of my team members. My own availability might not be your own availability. So what it means is that each person might have their own availability. Please, let's mute now, I beg.
Okay, it does.
I was under the impression that we are all how will I put it? We are all not going to disturb this meeting. Please. I am begging. Ejo. So, my own availability as a person. Let me give you an instance. If you come to a hospital now, we have different doctors. We have a cardiologist, probably. We have a gynecologist, that's a OBGYN. We have what do you call them? People that take care of kids. What are they called again? Pediatricians. Now, the time for pediatrician, what do you call it? The time for appointment with a pediatrician might be on Mondays and Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. And you have two pediatricians with different who can see people during this time. And then we have a dentician who is in charge of teeth, and his only time is on Wednesday by 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. You see that his time is different from that of a pediatrician, and that of what do you call it, OBGY, obstetric and gynecologist, is different, because it might be from Monday, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. That's when they see people, they see pregnant women, and it's by 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. in the evening. So you see that there are different doctors with their own different availability. So all these people have to be put into consideration when availabilities are being set. You understand? So let me get the emails that have been sent. Hold on, I'm coming. Okay, so let me get the emails. What did I do now? I don't press spoil. Okay, so let me see.
Mr. Chirize, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, can we just pick like one or two persons who are not in the country, so we can do practicals with them, so they can see what we're talking about.
I can't see you.
Oh, okay. Is there okay? So you mean the emails of like someone who is not in Nigeria, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Do we have anyone who is not in Nigeria?
Okay. Yeah, that's
Like
right. That's
anyone,
fine.
like anyone who is in the US, and maybe someone from other parts of the country too.
Yes, I'm not in Nigeria. I'm in Brazil.
Please, yeah, you can drop your email and indicate the country.
Okay, please drop your email and indicate your country, please, so that I can copy your email.
Yeah.
King Victoria.
Not this time.
Na cartoon class we do. Okay, so Fidelia Chinenye says Canada. Okay, so I'll add her email to this now. Let me invite user email. Let me see any other person, please. We need more people that are not in Nigeria. Okay, Dovie Brown. That's Victoria. Cotonou. Is Cotonou? Is it not the same time with Nigeria?
No, sometimes they do have like 2 or 3 hours different.
Oh, okay.
From Nigeria.
Okay. Then I have.
Yeah, sometimes 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah. I have Tochi Okafor from Brazil. Let me close this peak time before I mistakenly close Calendly.
Pamela Ugonna, UK and Nigeria is almost the same time. Sometimes Nigeria, we do have 1 hour difference.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me just add her. Is it .com or .com? Which one? TJ, this is your email. Something is wrong. No dots.
UK and Nigeria is the same.
It's the same time zone, yeah.
Except when they have
daylight savings time.
The 1 hour daylight savings, yes.
Okay, so this 4 people, Chinenye Nwa, Dovie Brown, TJ Ojako, and Pamela. So you can check your email and accept the invite I'm sending. So while they are doing that, let's be creating our meeting. So group meeting is what we are creating. Now, if they had accepted this invite, you would have said, okay, let's assume, Ekwi is not the one taking project management class. She's not the one taking cloud computing. So if they had accepted now, let's assume they are part of my tutors. I can come here and select their name as the person in charge of this particular event. So since their name is not here, let me do the first one first and put myself as the person in charge of this particular event. Now, you make your setups. The name of the event, like I said, we are creating 3 classes. So we are going to create that. The first one is project management. Let me write them down so I won't forget. Project, then what again? Cloud, and general, let's call it general this digital witch, general digital witch class. Let's just call it like that. Okay, so we are going to be creating general. Let's do digital witch general class. Now, the timing is usually 3 hours from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Sometimes it exceeds, but let's just make it 3 hours. So, which is 180 minutes. So, I'm setting the custom duration custom because the 3 hours is not here. Is set up to 60 minutes. So, what I need is 60 times 3, which will give me 180. So, I put custom 180 minutes. If you see, it has already put it here 3 hours here, because of this 180 minutes. Now, where is the location of the meeting? Zoom. The reason why it's showing this red is because I've not integrated my Zoom here. You understand? So I can as well choose to integrate my Zoom by clicking on that Zoom integration, and let me integrate Zoom so that it will be a smooth process. Now, set up for your organization, set up Zoom for yourself. I don't know which one will require us to pay money. Set up on behalf of yourself, of all your users. Now, I can choose to set this Zoom only for me and not for these people I added their email, which is set up Zoom for myself. Then if I use set up Zoom for my organization, it means I'm setting it up for both me and for everybody in my team. So let's use that one and see. So it says connect Zoom for your organization. Your organization's Zoom account administrator must be enabled. The integration must enable the integration from their Zoom account. So this is a process. I don't know if we should go through it, which means I have to go through Zoom and then copy this link and activate it. I don't know if I should.
I think we should go through,
Okay.
since we are using the Zoom.
Okay, so let me just copy this and paste it. Let me see if that takes me to where I want. Okay, so Zoom is requesting access to Calendly. Enable the organization-wide Zoom plus Calendly integration. I hope say this will not go charge me. I no get money. Requested. Okay, let me see. Log into Zoom. I believe if it's something that will be charged, they will tell me. So let me log in and see if there is a charge attached to it. Okay, so sign in using Google. Let me sign in with Google and select my email. So this is part of we are doing integration now, so that we'll all understand how you can integrate. It says you're about to add Calendly, Zoom, allow. Ewo, I don't read all though. Niger man. Allow. So success. The Zoom plus calendar integration has been successfully connected for your organization. So that is successful now. So let's go back and see. So let me remove that again. Let me refresh. Before I refresh, let me copy this because I might need to type it again. Let me refresh and see if it has added. Okay, so it has Zoom account connection successful. I just saw it there now. So the account, the meeting name or the event name, and then custom. Let's set it up again. 180. Then I click on Zoom. You see that there is no more red, which means it has integrated our Zoom. Now maximum invitees per event. Let's say 1,000. That's the maximum. So we don't want it to exceed. Now display remaining spots. Now what this means is that as I put 1,000 seats here, this most times companies use this for call to action. Maybe they will just put 20 people. Sometimes they know that they want more than 20. But if you put this display remaining spot, if one person book, the next person coming to book, it will tell you 19 slots remaining. The next person, if that one book again, it will tell the next person 18 slots remaining. Until he finishes that slot, then you can no longer use that link to book. So if you want sometimes companies use this to make call to actions very effective. You understand? When you see almost remaining one spot, let me be fast and book this thing before the slots are maxed out. So let's just do this 1,000 and then click on continue. Once you click on continue, let's see what happens. Now your event type is ready. Now what you are now left to do is to select the days of the meeting. The days of this our digital witch class is usually when? Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But now the problem I have here now is that I have this what do you call it? The calendar that I set up earlier, which is Monday to Friday, is what is showing up here. So I'm going to probably edit this later. I'm going to customize this later. Let's go one by one and see all the things we can customize. Okay, this is 1,000. Then you have schedule settings. So now this is where we can customize the number of days we want this. Let's assume this class is a 1 month class, and you want it. Your class started on 6th of July July. So let's say that we want the next class to start on 6th of August and probably end on, let's make it on 10th of August, which is a Saturday, and then the class will end on when? Let me select from 10th of August, which is this, to Thursday, which is let's make it 12th of September. Now click on apply. Now what it means is that if I am filling that form, anything after 10th or anything before 10th of August will not be available for me, and anything before 12th of September, 12th of September will not be available to me. Now I can go ahead and also set up the days that I want for this meeting. And the days we have for this quiz meeting usually is when? Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to remove Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm now going to include Saturdays, and then I will edit the time from 9 to 12. That's the time. And then I will edit again from 9 to 12.
Please, you're moving too fast. Can you please be slow a bit?
Okay, what exactly don't you understand?
As you're moving, just gradually. You're moving gradually. Don't be too fast. Let's be seeing what you're doing.
Okay, so let me go back now. Did you understand it up to this place where I set the
I
days?
think you should also take it easy, because some of us are practicing while you're talking. Exactly. We are following you.
Okay. All right. So did you understand up to this place where I set the duration of the class? A quiz class is usually 1 month and some days. So I set up the class to be from 10th of August to 12th of September. You understand up to this part, right?
Sorry.
Yes. No, I don't understand. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Please, if you can start from.
Now you are going to put every other settings that you need after you have integrated. Remember, you're only integrating your Zoom once. As I've integrated Zoom here now, any other meeting I want to set event, I'm not integrating Zoom again. You understand? So come to this host and invitees. I've already written it before, 1,000. So there is nothing I need here again. I just go back. This other setting here is scheduling settings, which is where you set, first of all, what is the range? Do you want this event to hold for how many days? Is it a 1 month event, just like a quiz class is a month and some days? Do you want this event to hold? If you select these 60 days into the future, it means that the person can only book. They will count from today, 60 days into the future, 60 calendar days. That's when the booking can start. You can even change it to 3 calendar days into the future, which means the person can start booking from 3 days from today. But that's not what we want. What we want is a custom this thing. We want to put it within a date range. So what it means is that once this 12th September reach, we have to create another form for the next class that is coming, or we come and edit this one again. You understand? So it's left for you how you want to do it. So I've already set up the date range. This event we hold from 10th of August to 12th of September, but it is not every day. The meeting is not going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No. It is going to be just like our class, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So what do I need to do? I need to come here and create a custom day. If I leave this place without setting it up, it means that it will automatically use that time I set, which is our working hours. The working hours we have there is what is automatically going to appear here, which is Monday to Friday, 9 to 17. So the people will now come and book anytime they like. But that's not what we want. We want to have our own custom timing for this meeting. So you click on this. It will open those Monday, Tuesday, Friday that we already set as our custom time. But this is a different event. It's not just our company, whatever. We want it to be on Tuesdays from 9 to 12, then Thursdays from 9 to 12, and Saturday from 9 to 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the days that I don't want the meeting to hold. I'm going to uncheck them by removing Monday, removing Wednesday, removing Friday. Then Saturday was not ticked before because it's not in our availability all along. That is why I now added it on my own, and I now included the time 9 to 12. Now let's assume that on Tuesday you have two classes, 9 to 12 and 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. You can come and include another time here by clicking on this plus. And then you can now put the second time for the day, which is 8 is 20 o'clock to 20, let's call it to 22 o'clock. Now I have set a second time. That's if what you have are two times. Assuming Equick has two classes a day, she can set it this way. But we don't have two classes a day. We just have 9 to 12. So I'm going to delete this one. So these are the days I've set up. If you look at it now, the only days that are highlighted are Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So these are the only days that if you come here now, it will not highlight. You can't click anything on these other days. And the first date is from 10th, just like we set up here. And that is why from 9th, 8th, all of them are not highlighted. Does this make it more clearer now?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So then,
Yeah.
now, don't forget what I told you earlier. We also have date-specific hours. Let's assume, like, during our own set, Ekwi was supposed to travel to one country. I've forgotten the country. Let's assume that during this set now, that Ekwi is supposed to have a trip from 27th of August to 31st. But her flight is on 27th, so she's not sure she might be able to teach on 27th because she doesn't know whether her flight has landed or not. She can remove this particular date from the booking by using add date specific hours. How does she do that? She can come here and click on this add date specific hours. Is either she does it this way or she can click on this place. Okay, no, not from here. She can do it from here. What she needs to do is to add date specific hours, then go to 27th of August and click on it, which is a Tuesday, and remove this timing. The moment she removes it and click apply, you will see that that day will no longer be available. Let me see. Hold on. Now, if you see now, that 27th is no longer circled and highlighted like these other ones because I have removed it from the date. So that's how you can remove a specific date. Let's say now she wants to make up for this 27th on 30th, which is a Friday. She can also decide to add a date on 30th. Now she's selecting a specific date now. Click on 30th and do 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock and click apply. Now, she has used 30th to compensate for Thursday that she will be in flight. So these are the ways you can actually set up these things. Now, Calendly when you set up Calendly, the people are believing that they are the ones selecting the time, but you have already checked your own free time and brought it out for them. So anything outside your free time, they can select. So it's a win-win for everybody because you are setting your own free time and they are also, from your free time, they are selecting their own. But the difference between this now is, if someone wants to book a quiz class, you cannot select, when you are booking, you can't select multiple days. But you have to attend class on every single Saturday, Thursday, Tuesday. How do you do that? We can now include that in our welcome email, our thank you email, after the person fills this form, which we will get to that later. We'll get to that later. So let's move ahead. This time is West Africa. West African time, then save and close. So that whenever the person is booking, the person can book on their own time and then I get it in my own West African time. Then I also do what? Save and close. Now let's see if there is any other thing. Booking option. Okay, now booking option is now the event link. You can use your hand to edit the event link, but there is no need. What is going to appear as is calendly.com/my name, which is okoli.ccr/digital witch general class. You can decide to shorten it by maybe making it general class, or you can decide to leave it the way it appears here, which I will do. Now, invitee questions. There are questions you want them to answer. This is where you can edit the questions you want them to answer. Now it says that the default is name, email, and then please share anything that will help prepare for our meeting. These are the 3 questions that will be asked. Let's assume you also want to include phone number. You can add question and say what? Phone number. You can make it required. Required means the person must fill it. If he doesn't fill it, the person will not go out of there. And then you select the type of text it is. This is phone number, so we can select phone number. And then you click on done. Now I've added phone number to the list of the questions I want the person to answer. You understand? I've added phone number to it. Now it says collect payment form. You know, when Ekwi was saying that a lot of the June-July set went to book appointments in her Calendly, her peak time. Now she was saying that she will now add money so that when you book, you will now pay money. This is where you can add. Let's assume your class is like Ekwi's class is 25K. Now she can now add that payment here, where you will pay as you are filling the form, you pay directly from here. But it needs an integration as well. You must integrate either Stripe, PayPal to your Calendly. So these are the 2 options you can integrate and put in your pay. Now, confirmation page. After booking, what are the messages you want the person to get? So display Calendly confirmation page, or you can redirect the person to another link. Let's say there is a page where you have the information you want the person to see after they have filled the form. You can set it to redirect to that page by clicking on this and then copying the page URL and pasting it here. Or you have a Calendly confirmation page, which will tell you, maybe it depends on what is written there. You understand? Then schedule another event. This is where you can schedule, and maybe you have scheduled one event. You want the person to be able to schedule another event after they have done this one. Let's see what is there. Make it easy for invitee to schedule recurring events by adding link to this booking page. So you want the person, the meeting is probably a recurring meeting, and the person can use this to, after booking the first one, it will take the person to another page where they will book the second meeting. So that's all on this page. You can now click on save and close. Now, communication. This is where you now set your automation. This one is the first email the person will receive immediately after booking. Now, if the person cancels the email, the person will receive this one. If the person cancels the booking later on, the person will receive this email. Now, you can also start adding reminders, maybe text message reminder, email follow-up. You can add all those ones here now. This is now automation on its own. You understand? Now, I would love us to add a message. I told you earlier that you cannot select multiple dates. You understand? All you need to do is select the first date of that the training is starting and select the time and book the meeting. Now, it is now left for us to tell you, give you information, because I was wondering if I do, I asked ChatGPT something. Let me show you. You know me now. Where is that place? Welcome email. Okay, it's not here. I think it's on this one. Let me pause the recording. Now,
Excuse me, I have a question. So,
okay, can we take it at the end of the class? I've already resumed the recording. Please just write it down. Yeah. Now, I always am an advocate of ChatGPT. Let me show you our battle today. You see, I had a problem when I was working with Calendly. Now, I tried booking where after I finished setting, a quiz class is from Saturday till the 10th, like I set it up from 10th to 12th of September. So I tried, okay, since it's every Tuesday, Saturday, and Thursday, I try, if you click this one now, it will select. But if you try to select this one as the second one, it will only select one. If you try this one again, so what I did was I had a problem. Okay, how are these people going to know that this meeting is every Tuesday, Saturday, and Thursday? So I came here and I asked a question. I say, how do I set a recurring meeting on Calendly? He gave me all these steps, but this was not exactly what I want. You understand? And then I saw something else that said meeting exception. I said, what does meeting exception do? He said, meeting exception is an option in Calendly that allows you to create exception to your recurring availability for specific day. That's the one I showed you, that if you want to remove a particular day, or maybe you have a day that you are going for vacation, you want to remove it or you want to add it, just like I removed the quiz 27th and added it on 30th to make up. That's what you use. Now, I still had a problem with that recurring meeting, how to let them know that they need to, their meeting, their training is every Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I said, I am offering a course that when booked for, the classes hold every Saturday, Thursday, and Tuesday for 1 month. And once you register, you attend every single day of the training, which starts 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. I need how I can make the booker select every single Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday. Sorry, that was supposed to be Thursday, for the 1 month duration period on Calendly. So he said that to set up a course in Calendly where once booked, the attendees is scheduled for every Tuesday, whatever, you will need to create a series of recurring events. Here is a step-by-step guide. He gave me this recurring event, but he still did not answer my question, because if you still click on it, it will still allow you to select one. So I went further and said, so what date must the attendees select while booking, since they can't select multiple dates? This is when he now gave me exactly what I was looking for. He said the attendees can select the first date, and then at the end of the day, let's say someone who registered late, you will not see the first date again. Maybe the first class is gone. You can now select the second date, and then you will now come under the messages you are typing, welcome message or thank you for filling a form, and say, this course will be held every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 9 p.m. after thanking them for filling the form. Then you now put the schedule here. List of dates, Thursday, list of dates, Saturday, list of... But I had a problem. Is this list of dates, if I put it, is it going to be like that variables that if you put it, you use this hand to select the dates? So I came down and asked it that question. How do you include the list of dates in emails where it says Tuesday list of dates? Just be specific. I went to copy this thing he put here, Tuesday's list of dates, and gave it back to him. I said, I want how I can be able to handle this. Is it automatic or is it in manual? So he now told me that no, it's not automatic. I have to include, I have to go and copy it just this way. If your course starts on August 6th, the date will be Tuesday, you list out the whole dates on Tuesday. Thursday, you list out their dates. Saturday, you list out all their dates. So this was exactly what I was looking for. So he now gave me a breakdown of it, and then I can copy it now and come here and paste it in my email confirmation and edit to the way I want. You understand? Now, this place also has variables. What do they call it? Variables, yeah. That like hi invitee full name. It will extract the person's full name automatically and put it here. Your event name, it will extract this digital witch general class and put here. We say your digital witch general class with my name, which is me, who is the host, at event time. On event, all these things that are in gray, they are all variables. It will automatically add these ones on its own. Is scheduled event description. Now, this event description is now where you have to put, you can now put is scheduled as follows. Scheduled as follows. Now, event description, let's leave that. Then you can now paste what you copied from ChatGPT here. I don't think I didn't copy it right. Let me just copy it from here and then paste it there. Then you can now edit. This course will be held every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for 1 month. By booking this event, you are committing to attend all sessions. The first session starts on, you can put space, what do you call it? Put it on another line. The first session starts on August 6th, and the course will run until August 31st, 2020. This is September what? September, what's that last date, Seth? Let me see. September 12th, yeah. That's the last day. So I put September 12th here, 2024. Now, the schedule will now appear here. Tuesdays, this. Thursdays, this, then Saturdays. So now, you no longer you have solved the problem of the person trying to click all the days that are available by using this welcome message. You understand? Then the location, Zoom. Question and answers. If you have, I don't know, we'll see how this will appear when I send out the link. So cancellation policy. Let's see what it says here. Use these optional settings to add a cancellation policy. Now, let's assume your course is a course that is a paid course. There might be a cancellation policy where maybe if you cancel and you are rescheduling, maybe there's an extra charge or anything, you can now put it here. The cancellation policy is as follows, whatever, write it down here, and then click on save and close. Now, that solves it for the email that you will get immediately you fill that form. I've solved that part. Now, you can also do cancellation email that you want the person to get when they cancel. You can also do reminders, but we're not going to do all this. So let's go. Let's save and close. So we are done with this particular class. Because of time, we'll not be able to set up the project and project management and cloud computing. But we are now going to go to workflows. Let me show you why I did this thing I did. Let's create a new, not workflow, routing. Let's create a new routing, a new routing form. Like I told you, there are 3 classes we are offering. You cannot be looking for project management form when project management person comes, and then tomorrow another person from cloud computing comes. You go and start searching for cloud computing form. You can create one general form that will now link the person to a particular class he or she wants to attend. So let's create it and then link it to this general digital class we created now. So you come to routing, click on new routing form, and then you can start from scratch. I like starting from scratch. Name it digital witch IT class. Now you can put in brackets general. Now what this means is that this is the form both for everybody, whether you want to do cloud computing, whatever. This is the one you give to them. Then you can now create the form. Once you create the form, then you now do your if then, your what do you call it again? You now do your what do they call that thing again? If this happens, then that happens. You understand? So let's create that by adding a question. Okay, your form doesn't have any question. Okay, so let's add a question. We need the person to fill their name, first name plus last name. that will give us 2 fields. This question is required, which means it's compulsory. Save. Then we also need the person to fill their phone number. Phone number. This field is required. We need the person to fill email. This is also required because you need the person to get emails whenever all those emails you set up, you need them to be getting them. Then add a question. This question now is where the person you can now put the person to select which class he wants to. So what is the question? What class do you intend to register for? What class do you intend to register for? The first one is project management. The second one is cloud computing. The third one is general, let's call it general IT class. Now, make this also a required field. Now, I selected drop down so that when the person click it, it will be a drop down box. He will now select from the drop down. There are also other options like radio button where you will select the one you want by clicking on it and it will select on it. Then there are another one that is short answer. Maybe you have to type, you can, let's say short answer, you can say, how did you find out about Digital Witch? And this might be optional. So the person will now write all the plenty things. This is optional. Or some people can even make it drop down where they say from LinkedIn, from this, from that, and then others. You understand? It depends on what you want. I'm just telling you the usage of all this. Then we have paragraph. This one is for very long notes. You want the person to maybe tell me a little about yourself. You know that the person will write a long note. So now we are done. What do you want to be in your... Is it submit or whatever? We're going to leave it as submit. If you don't want it, you can edit what is written in that button. You understand? You can put enroll now here. Enroll now or submit. But let's leave it as submit. Now we are done with the form we want the person to click. We click on what? Next. When we click on next now, this is where we now set the route. In other cases, okay, this is now where we set the route. So we click on this create here. We click on use form answers. We want to get the answers from the form we just created now. You understand? Which of the answers are we interested in? We are interested in what class do you intend to register for? Because that's what is going to decide the form we will give you. Now, if what class you intend to register for is general IT class, because that's the only one we have created, you now come to then. All these ones are extra options. Maybe if this and if this, but we don't want that one, is plenty process. If this happens, if someone selects general IT class, then take the person to what? Event type. We already created the event. So which event type are we taking the person to? We are taking the person to Digital Witch general class. And then we click on save. Because the person selected general class, we want the person to get a form that will take the person to fill our general class, IT class form. Once we've done it, we click on what? Publish form. Now, this is where you can now copy this link, and then send to the person. Now, if the person clicks on this link, this is exactly what he or she is going to see.
I think you moved too fast. Yes, please.
Oh my God. Okay, but this is why we have videos. Our time is already fast spent. You understand? We've used.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if because the class will be ending by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, I think we need to leave the floor open for people to ask their questions. I think many of them have so many questions to ask.
Okay.
So maybe you can.
Let me just round up with this. We end here, and then they can ask their questions.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now let me give you an example. If I now come here, let's assume I am the one who is interested in digital witch class. Equi does not need to ask me which of the class am I interested in. She will just send me this particular form now, which is the routing form that we created. If I come here now and fill my name, Chidozie Okoli, put my phone number 8035744742, and then my email, and then I select what? General IT class. The reason I'm selecting it is because I've not created the routing forms for this one. I've not even created their event. You understand? You can try these ones out on your own later. Now, how did he find out about digital witch? Let me say Mr. Clems told me about it. You understand? And then I click on submit. The moment I submit, watch what is going to happen. It's going to now take me to the booking page of the general class. I've filled my details. Now it has taken me to this booking page where I will now see. Once I select the day, 9 o'clock, that's the only time available. Click on next. It has already filled the form on its own because of that first form I filled. Now, please share anything that will help prepare for our meeting. I will say, I don't have a laptop. Can I still take this course? Now, once I've done this and I click on schedule an event, I'm going to get an email. It says you are scheduled. A calendar invitation has been sent to your email address. Open invitation. Now, digital with general class, let's see the email I got. So it says you have apps approved and ready. Okay. Let's open the first one. Now, you see that message I typed. Hi, Chidozie Okoli. Your digital witch general class with Okoli Chidozie at 9 a.m. at 9 o'clock West African time on Saturday, August 10, 2024 is scheduled as follows. All these plenty things we wrote. This course will be held every Tuesday. Now, this is where that information I gave to the people now appear. The email is automated on its own. And then it has generated a Zoom link automatically for this meeting and put a Zoom password. So you can now click on add to calendar to add this to any of the calendars you want to add it to for reminder sake. Now, if you want to reschedule, it has already given you an option to reschedule. If you want to cancel the event, you don't have time that day, you can also cancel this event here. So every single option has been given to you by Calendly. After you set up your whatever, you don't need to do anything again. So all you need to do is to come here and click on whether you are attending or not. Yes, just click on yes, I'm attending. Once you click on this, I will also get a notification that you have selected that you are attending the meeting. You understand? The reason why I'm getting plenty emails is because I am the one who booked, and I'm also the one who is receiving the booking this thing. You understand? You have added Calendly. Okay, Zoom. These are all the email. Okay, so I think that's that. I hope this is clear now. I'll take any questions that. Now, I forgot to mention how you can get the. There are ways to share these forms. Let's assume that. Let's assume that what you want to share is. This thing is stressing my life. Just give me time. Give me some minutes. I want to show you how there are ways you can share this form. You can embed it in your website. You can share it as how do you put it? Where is event types? Okay, so these are the event types we have. This is the digital witch IT class. There are ways you can share this form. If I come to this place, here now is my own name and my own back office, my workspace. If I come here and copy this link here, from these settings here, if I copy this link and send to anybody, I am giving the person access to see all the forms, all the events that are available here. So the person will see digital with general class, the person will see this 30 minutes meeting and any other meeting available here. The person can book from the meeting. So this can be useful when maybe your company offers a lot of things. Maybe they offer digital, which if you also want, instead of that routing form, you can set up those 3 forms: the digital with general class, the what do you call it, the cloud computing and project management, 3 of them, and then copy this link. If I copy this link and send, the person will see all the forms in my back end. You understand? And they can choose the one they want to fill. But that's not, I don't know where someone can use that. To me, I don't think it's professional enough, which is why I prefer this routing form. Or you can come under this particular digital with general class and click on share. When you click on share, it's going to open this page for you. Share a link means you can just copy and send. Then add times to email means there are ways that you want this person to, let's say, how will I put it now? August. You want to select these days on your own. You want to select this day and give the person the time. So I didn't set this up. Hold on. Add times to email, and then view next month. I'm seeing only 9 o'clock because that's what I selected. You understand? That's what is in our form. Had it been there, let me use a form that has different times so that you understand what I'm trying to explain. Now this form, I think it has different times you can select. Now you can say, okay, on Thursday I already have booking by 9, by 10, by 10:30. So I don't want you to select these times. I want you to be able to select 10, 9:30, 11:30, and 11 o'clock. I can click on continue here and send this to you. I can come on Friday too. On Friday, I'm available by 10, 10:30, 11. On Monday, I'm available only by 11:30, and I click on continue. Now, if you see those days I selected, they are here. This one will allow you to book directly from your email. So all I need to do is to copy this whatever is here. Copy this to clipboard, and as I'm sending the email to you, I will include it here. You understand? See the way it appears in the email. So you can book directly inside your inbox from here. That's another way you can copy it. Then another way to go about this is the third one, which is what is it again? Which is add to website. You can embed this thing to website, where it will, once the person opens your website, the form will appear. Or you can make it pop up on your website as a widget. Widget is all those floating windows that we see when we open it. You see a floating window floating around. Or you can make it to pop up as a text. So it depends on what you want. So these are the ways you can share a single event. Then what I wanted to do was to share that routing form with you guys. So let me copy the routing form, share, copy link, so that you guys will see how it's going to appear in your email. Then send. I don't want to type plenty things. So confirm if you have gotten the email. I've sent the email to the 2 emails I copied. Chineyenwa and what's her name again? TJ Okafor, Tochi. So you guys should confirm if you've gotten the email so that we can see. You can share your screen and we'll see how